Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I, myself, am Dr. Cush. We are here tonight on election night to unify. We are here to come together. I know that right now the nation chews its little fingernails, clicks its little toes, and is having a little bit of a hissy fit. But we are here together to talk like normal, regular human beings. And in that, we are going to... Oh, gosh. Lord. Oh, they're on. They looked off. We are going to have a cocktail. Great cocktail. Wonderful cocktail. Hopefully this cocktail can bring us together. We are still in the middle of the fall of Fizz. This is a very simple Fizz to make, but one that I don't think we should forget. I think we need to remember where our cocktails come from, and this... is one of those that absolutely kicked off a number of other great cocktails. So that's what we're doing tonight. Get ready for it. We are making an Americano tonight. Neither created in America nor uses any American ingredients. Still an Americano. And I think that's what makes us great. Let me say hello real quick to everybody. Shawnee Panda Baker joined another chat. I understand. If you show up early to these things, you can often see me making mistakes. I made a mistake today. I accidentally went live early. I think only Sean was there. You know what I'll do? I'll post that link over on Patreon. You guys can watch me. I don't know how interesting it is, but I did just sit there and sort of stare blankly into the void. And then you can hear my producer say, "I can see you." And I said, "What?" The whole situation. There's Davey Virtue. Hey-oh! We have Davey Virtue, the 2,000 subscriber to the channel, 2,177 subscribers as of the last time I checked. We went up to 278 or 2178, but then we dropped down again. I must have done something to offend somebody. So that's what we got going on. Let me give Kyle what he wants. He wants that tiki 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 tiki. Just keep saying that until it goes. Oh, dang it. My phone that normally runs this board is broken completely, so now I have to do I gotta figure out a whole new situation. That's not gonna work either. We're gonna try and close out of that and see if we can't come back. Anyway, we are here sort of doing a tiki drink. Really, I wanted to do an American drink because it is important that we come together and just be cool, you know. Shawnee Panda Baker, good evening to you. Good evening to you on this happy election day. Happy election day to you as well, Tiki Tom. He's got the election results on 4 screens, maybe 5. I don't think we're going to know tonight. So, but maybe we will. I don't know. So Dr. Cush tonight, good distraction. Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't know whether it was an appropriate thing. I have like 8 of the podcasts that I watch. They're also doing election coverage, even if they have nothing to do with politics. They're like, I don't know, tonight's a great night to go live. So I thought to myself, maybe we don't go live and maybe we meet back here tomorrow. But then I thought, maybe a place where we're not talking about politics at all would be a good place to do. Must have been doing a recount before the thing. I was just seeing... honestly, there was a number of things that had to be restarted before this whole thing went. Here's an interesting thought. Cush for president. That, I think, would be a very, very funny path to the presidency. There would be a lot of people that would come out. Listen. Have I lived the most straight and narrow life there's ever been? I have not. How do you end up in bars? How do you end up as the #1 bartender in Los Angeles in 2018? You don't do it by living a straight and narrow life. So hopefully when all of my old friends come through and they mention all of the mostly drug-related situations I got into, maybe they would be really funny. Honestly, I think what you have to do is you just have to tell everybody everything you've ever done. and then I guess I have to disavow some people. So it would be an odd situation. I don't think I'll be running for president, but if I do, just know that I will have to disavow a number of my very good friends who I like very much, but they're not going to be good for the presidency. That's a candidate we can get behind. Uh-oh, Cocktail Lulu. I might have to disavow that if that's really what you believe. Honestly, Cocktail Lulu, disavowed. Just kidding. I think you're exactly the type of people I want. Wow, says Paul. Wow. Hello, Paul. Good to see you. Peace, love, and cocktails tonight. That's what we're up to. Godzilla the Hun. Hi, everybody. Been a while since I caught a live show. I just usually get to the VODs. Hey, VODs just as good, but we don't mention your name. Godzilla the Hun, the most reasonable. And what we need tonight is reason, folks. The most reasonable among us. Godzilla the Hun. So thank you, Godzilla the Hun, for showing up for the live show. We like having the people here. Hi, Godzilla. Peace, love, and cocktails is a perfect tagline for Dr. Cush's. For Dr. Cush. Is peace always what I'm up to? I'm like hugs, but I'm not sure I'm peace. Maybe I am. We should know by Friday afternoon what would happen. The pictures that would come out. Oh, the pictures. You know, there's always that one picture of like what's a good picture. I guess there's the one video. You know what? Let's do it like this. Anybody ever seen the Michael Dukakis picture where he's in the tank? He looks like a little tiny man in a huge helmet. I think I went as Michael Dukakis one year for Halloween. There would be at least the baseline for Dr. Cush as a president would be Michael Dukakis pictures. If that's as low as my pictures get, we're in a good shape. This has turned into Let's Learn About Cush. I think that's usually how it works. I think that's kind of what this is, right? You guys come to my bar. You're going to learn about me. His nickname isn't Naked, so that works right. No. My very good friend's nickname is Naked. I have a very good friend named Naked. Very good friend. I would have to disavow him. I'm sorry, Naked. I would have to disavow you. Hello, Moose. Moose joining us. So I know a lot of you are Americans. It's basically Americans and Moose here tonight. So good to see you, Moose. Always a pleasure, pal. Never a chore. Hopefully you are watching from afar, seeing what's going on. I'm not going to watch the results as they come in, even a little bit tonight. Best picture of Dr. Cush is him licking the ice. That can go right on the campaign poster. Let's get into it. 1860 we're talking about. We're talking 1860s. We're talking the beginning of cocktails. We are talking early on. Oh, first, sorry, 1 second. Before we get too deep into it, let me just see. Let me just check and see if anybody is watching over on Instagram. Because I should say hi to my Instagram people. No. Okay. If you were watching on Instagram, now would have been a good time to hang out. 1860, we're talking 1860 in a cafe somewhere out in Europe, most likely. Why do I say Europe? Someplace in Italy. I know the Italians are like, oh, we're Italian. We're not European. We're Italians first, and then after that, blah, 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 blah. We still deal with the lira. They were mixing drinks. Mixing drinks isn't a proprietary situation. I mean, literally, you put two drinks next to each other for long enough, one of them is going to spill into the other one. That's just osmosis, I believe. So basically, these guys were mixing drinks. For a while, whilst mixing these drinks, it was more or less not a thing. But for the most part, you don't want to mix a drink. You don't trust the guy, the guy pouring drinks used to just be the barkeeper. Used to just be literally like the goalie. Hey, don't grab that. I'll grab that for you. Hey, don't grab that. You're going to grab that? I need payment. Grab that. Barkeeper kept everything away from everything. Eventually, barkeepers became bartenders, then became mixologists, and then we all went back to bartenders. And then there's a point now where everybody's just downtown hanging out. A whole evolution. What I'm saying is, eventually they took some red Italian Amaro, and they mixed it with some sweet Italian vermouth. Not always the red Italian, but a lot of the times the red Italian Amaro, the Amari. I mix it with some vermouth. The Americano cocktail is very, very simple to make in that all you need is some sweet vermouth, most likely Italian, and some type of Amaro. Most likely red. Most likely red bitter. Real quick, while we're here, let me say hello. My brother is on his honeymoon in Japan. So, konnichiwa, Hataro-san. I don't speak. I'm not even positive how Hataro-san means anything. But hello, Grant. Good to see you. Grant is in Japan. If you can, bring back some sushi. I hear it's really good there. Okay. Anyway, so basically what they did was they took some sweet vermouth and then they mixed it with a little bit of bitter Amaro, some vermouth and Amaro, and they looked at each other like, this is what the Americans do. You know what we're going to call this thing? The American. But they don't say it like that. They say it in an Italian accent. So they say, we're going to call this thing the Americano. Add a little soda water just to sort of bitter it out, or to sort of thin it out. And that is basically how this worked out. So if you are going to make a different Americano than I am tonight, you're in a good spot. You're in a really good spot because all you need is any type of Amaro and any type of vermouth, which technically means that if we get into it, we can start to see that there is a branching off of the from the Americano cocktail into the Manhattan cocktail. That's a little bit of bitters and a little bit of sweet vermouth. Add the whiskey, and now we're talking. A very simple cocktail. We're going to be building it in glass. So go ahead and hit this. There is some concern. Oh, 1 second. There's some concern, real quick, that Godzilla the Hun has always wanted to see Japan, and Godzilla has never seen Japan. That is concerning. I believe, and Grant is there, so he can probably let you know. I mean, Grant is saying hello from Japan. Grant, would you mind asking around the locals, whatever locals you can find in whatever Japanese you can speak, ask them if maybe Godzilla should come over. You can say it's Godzilla the Hun. I believe the Japanese also knew a little bit about the Huns. Let's just see what they say. Grant, you just let me know. All right, we're going to start here. Obvious. Oh, gosh, let's win an award real quick. Thought I had that already, but then the election happened. Right here, this is a glass. You ever heard of one of these? Glass. It is made of glass. It is also a glass. We're going to be building this in glass. That's what we want. But we're going to start off some different way. I like to, especially for these very simple cocktails, I like to start off and make them look as fancy as possible. Otherwise, why do I have a YouTube channel? Mostly to tell you my opinions and give you little leaks into myself. Like, there's a good chance that I shouldn't run for president because of who my friends are. So we're going to go ahead and grab one of these. This is called a channel knife. We're going to dig this part right in here, and we're going to give ourselves the, oh, you know what? We should do this right. We're going to put it, we're going to put it right over our glass right here, and we are going to pull. Now, when we are pulling, why did I just go through that whole thing where I adjusted the camera and got it right here? Because every time I pull, a lot of oils spill out. As we cut, more and more of these oils just spray us right in the glass. And that is what we are looking for. So we might as well, I mean, if you don't put it over the glass, you're just giving nature free oils. And I've, I watched that whole Exxon Valdez situation. Nature does not like it when you just dump oil into it. It seems to really hurt nature. So instead, we are going to take this oil and we're going to put it right into a glass, or at least close to a glass, so that we get this butte right there. Very long, very silly, very stupid. But the good news is you can use that lemon again if you want. We're going to wrap this around our finger, even though people will let us know that fingers are dirty. I guess I agree. But as a bartender, I once, I worked for a manager one time. Her name was, I'm not going to tell you her name. She ended up throwing a glass at my head. Anyway, she once said that you watch bartenders and they'll grab your ice by the glass, or they'll grab your ice with their hands, or they'll grab your glass up where you drink it by. And she said, basically we're like doctors. We're moving so fast back there. We always have our hands clean. And I remember thinking, gosh, you're a liar. That's a liar thing. I only ever grab my stuff by the, I only wrap it around my finger if I'm making this for myself at home. Otherwise, I try my very best to be as hygienic as possible. We can still use this lemon. This lemon is not a dead lemon just because it had its oils sapped from it. I don't know. Oh, started the whole show over again. No, good. I don't know if they ever sent the Exxon Valdez ship back into nature. I doubt they did. But this vessel for delivering our lemon is okay to go back in there. Let's get our ice ready. I spent hours before this slicing out teeny tiny little cuts in the ice. You see that little corner, how it's gone? That little corner right there and that little corner right there. Nope. Little corner right there. How it's gone. I spent hours before the show started so that I could just do this. Probably could have cut that beforehand. Okay. We have our ice ready. We have our garnish in there. We are ready to go. Very, very simple cocktail. You can make this in any... Again, I don't know why. I think maybe my whole goal in all of this is to just break bartending from the inside. Because obviously there are professional ways to make one of these things where people say, listen, it's going to be 1 part red Italian Amaro. It's going to be 1 part red vermouth, Italian vermouth. And it's going to be 4 parts soda water. That's pretty good. Honestly, I probably should have just said that. Instead, I think it's important that if you like vermouth, and you should like vermouth, so that stuff's delicious. If you like vermouth, add a little bit more vermouth. If you like a little sweeter, add a little bit more sweet. If you like Campari, hey, listen, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm telling you, add a little bit more Campari. If you don't like the super bitterness of Campari, get over it. Go get some Aperol. I'm not making you like Campari. You do whatever you want. So, we're going to start over here with our vermouth. This is an Italian vermouth. Everything going in here is Italian. Italian vermouth. Basically the Italians, I believe. There we go. The Italians were basically making fun of us. And that's how we got the Americano name, the moniker. We're going to go ahead and put in 1 part, whatever you think a part is, all right? 1 part sweet Italian vermouth. Excellent. Next, I'm going to put a little topper on here in case that falls off. We live in earthquake country here. We just live in Dr. Cush country. He's going to knock stuff over. Next thing we're going to be putting in here is this guy. This is Campari. I would say, I'm sure some expert would come in here and tell me that I'm an idiot. Campari is not the most famous Amaro. Of course, the most famous Amaro, and then they'll name something that I haven't heard of. I don't know. I think Campari is probably the most famous Amaro. Other people will come in and say, well, technically Campari isn't Amaro. It's a sweet Italian bitter. You idiot, you dummy, you boo-boo head. Okay, whatever. This is Campari. We've all heard of it. We're going to put in 1 part of whatever Amaro you want, but I'm putting in Campari because that's how the Americano is most famous. There we go. Throw this back where it goes. Check the refrigerator. Sometimes I like to put sweet vermouth in, but only if I have, or sometimes I like to put a simple syrup in there, but only if I have simple syrup. Next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be some of this. Now, this is just simple old soda water. I'm calling it a hibiscus version of this drink because, why? It's hibiscus soda water. I cheated a little bit. All right, we're not putting like hibiscus tea in here or anything. That's 2 parts. So let's go ahead and put in the rest of the parts. So we're going to be putting in, if we're going to put 1 part, we're going to put 4 parts soda water. So 4 ounces of soda water. Right there. Kind of a short drink. Just fill it up a little bit. All we're doing is going more parts half ounce. And if we do the math very quickly, that's another 2 ounces of soda water. Oh. Perfect. That, quite simply, throw this all the way. This is why you don't put in ice. That's exactly the size of the cup. There we go. Give this a stir. Hello, Christian Luna. Hello. Good to see you. Christian Luna's here, everybody. We were worried that Christian Luna might not show up. But Christian Luna did show up, and that's important. Okay. Take our little straw. Get it right down there to the bottom. And that right there, my friends, a very, very simple cocktail. We would call this a day sipper. We would call this just a regular old fizz. Anything you want to call it. From here, we know Count Negroni. He decided he was going to go out and be a rodeo clown. Got pulled back. Was drinking some Americanos when he got back to Italy, and he was like, "You idiots! You're the idiots, Italians," he said. Basically, you call it Americano, but you're not putting any booze in it. You're not putting any straight gin in it. What are you, a dork? What are you, a dummy? Count Camillo Negroni then basically created the Negroni from the Americano. This isn't the very first part of this cocktail either, though. There's a cocktail that actually predates this cocktail called the Mito, or the Mito. It's the Milan-Torino. It's all of that stuff, just Campari and our sweet vermouth. No soda water. That's what it is. So, very simple. I don't know why we decided to do a show tonight. It seems like it's going weird. Hello, howdy, been lurking. Cheers to you, my friend. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Good to have you there, Dougie G, in the place to be. This is it. Cheers. Now, if you guys don't mind, before I drink, because we are a what I would call a welcoming community. I feel like we are a community where people are all walks of life are welcome in here. I think. I hope. I just wanted to say a little bit about what's going on just in the election situation, and that is that I really enjoy what goes on in this community. I really like it. I believe that sometimes in what we are up to, we get a little heated and we forget that we are a community. We forget that our neighbors are our neighbors, and that that the rest of what we are up to in this great experiment is our neighbors. So I just want to say that before anything is called, we don't know anything. We don't. Maybe we do. People have been talking for a while. Maybe there's a whole riot going on. But before anything weird happens, I just want to say that for us, for the whatever, however many people are in here tonight, I want to remind us that we can be the beacons of the world that can say that no matter what you believe, that we can still be friends. I've had the amazing opportunity recently to be able to travel across the United States. I've been to many, many places that I never thought I'd be to in the western part of Virginia. I've been to Seattle. I've been to Maryland. I've been to Texas a few times. I went to a place twice this year called New York. It used to be called New Amsterdam. It's called New York. And there's just something that I do every time that I've been in New York. And that is I don't always go to every bar I want to. But I always make it a point to go down to the bottom part of Manhattan and to see the Statue of Liberty. Because I love the Statue of Liberty. I feel like the Statue of Liberty is is an important part of the United States. And I just wanted to read a quick poem for you. I did not write this. It's written by, oh gosh, now the poems, now I got to make up a whole new poem. There it is. By Emma Lazarus. I don't know if you guys know this poem. Just something to think about as we continue on with with this great American experiment and our neighbors, etc. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gate shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows a worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep ancient lands your story's pomp, cries she, with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless, tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Sorry. That's why I go to the Statue of Liberty. We are a nation of immigrants. We are a nation that is, we don't look like each other. We don't have to agree with each other. We got to get along. So, sorry. I knew I shouldn't have done that. That was really stupid on the internet. We got to get along. So whatever happens tonight, whatever happens in the next 6 months, whatever happens in the next 20 years, we have to remember that we are an experiment, and we are an experiment of neighbors. So please, please do your best to just find somebody that maybe you disagree with and have a civilized conversation. You are not your thoughts. You are not your beliefs. You are you, and they are them, and they have done something different than you, and hopefully we can all come together. Anyway, why did I read that poem? I love that poem. Thank you guys. That's what I got for you guys. This is the Americano, completely made up of ingredients not from this country. This is basically a joke on Americans because they think that we do stupid things. And you know what? We do stupid things. But you know what else? We invented the freaking cocktail. This is ours. This is ours. So keep coming to this cocktail show because we can continue to do great things as long as all of us come together. As long as we all come together, and don't forget that we are neighbors, and that we were once those huddled masses yearning to breathe free. So that's what I got for you guys. I'm gonna go cry somewhere else. Let me taste the drink, I guess. Freaking delicious. Nice, simple. Have 12 of them tonight. Wake up tomorrow a little hungover. I'm sure most people don't care if you go into work tomorrow. I have to paint my eaves tomorrow, but that's what we got. As always, thank you guys so much for showing up to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush, and what do we always say? This thing doesn't work, but I want to put one in. I want to put a good one in. No, not that. That's my podcast app. You guys want to listen to a quick podcast? The podcast I listen to most is Office Ladies. It's a recounting of The Office, and Life Behind Bars, which is not as fun as it sounds. It's about it's real dry stuff about the history of cocktails. As always, guys, as Americans, I think it's important that we...
Are you Dr. Jinga Jenga?
...find out who the hell Dr. Jinga and Jenga is. But in the meanwhile, thank you guys so much.
Bye!
Goodbye.
what am I? What?
How about pretty please?
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Why don't you take a picture of the last sucker?
When did you discover that you were so beautiful?